At the beginning of the story, we meet Stephanie, a cheerful and caring woman who lives with her young son. After losing her husband, she's been raising her child alone. To support her household, she volunteers at her son's school and also runs a lifestyle vlog on YouTube. Her channel is focused on cooking recipes, crafts, and helpful tips for moms. Stephanie is sweet, simple, and always warm to everyone around her. One day, while picking up her son from school, her son's friend invites him over to play at his house. Just then, the boy's mother arrives. Her name is Emily. At first, she hesitates and tells her son not to bring friends over. But when he insists, Emily turns to Stephanie and asks if she'd be okay coming over with her son. Stephanie agrees, and they head to Emily's house. Emily's home is large, elegant, and filled with style. Stephanie notices a striking portrait of Emily hanging in the house and asks about it. Emily explains that the painting was done by a famous artist, and Stephanie can't help but admire it. Emily lives there with her husband, Sean, and their son. She works in a high-pressure fashion company and keeps a very busy schedule. When Stephanie asks about her husband, Emily replies that Sean used to write novels but hasn't published anything in the past 10 years. Now, he teaches at a college, a career shift Emily isn't exactly thrilled about. She wishes he aimed higher. Soon after, Sean walks in, greets Emily with a kiss, and heads off for a shower. Stephanie, seeing this seemingly perfect life, gently asks Emily why she doesn't seem happy. After all, she has a loving husband and a sweet child. Emily simply responds, "I want something more, something bigger." As they sit together with drinks, their conversation takes a deeper turn. Emily shares a secret, prompting Stephanie to share one of her own, a shocking confession about an incident with her stepbrother. Emily is taken aback, but they both promise to keep each other's secrets safe. Stephanie then offers to help Emily with her son whenever needed. Over time, their bond strengthens. When Emily finds it difficult to pick up her son from school, she starts depending on Stephanie. Their friendship grows quickly, and soon, Stephanie becomes a frequent guest at Emily's home. One afternoon, while Stephanie and Emily are at the park watching their sons play, Stephanie casually snaps a photo of Emily, without asking first. Emily immediately asks her to delete it, and Stephanie respects her request without hesitation. Later, they return to Emily's home and share drinks again. Emily comes across as bold and fearless, something Stephanie quietly admires about her. That evening, Emily tells Stephanie that she needs a favor. She's flying to Miami the next day and won't be back until late at night. Since her husband, Sean, is in London attending to his sick mother, Emily asks Stephanie to pick up her son from school and watch over him. Stephanie agrees. The next day, Stephanie brings both boys home after school and takes care of them. But when 2 days pass with no sign of Emily, she begins to worry. She tries calling Emily's office and learns that Emily did travel to Miami, but no one can get in touch with her. Concerned, Stephanie finally contacts Sean and explains that Emily hasn't returned and hasn't answered any calls. Hearing this, Sean immediately flies back from London and comes to Stephanie's home. Sean then reports Emily missing to the police. Officers question both him and Stephanie. Sean admits that Emily often kept secrets. She never told him where she was going, and she hated being photographed. After answering a few more questions, the police leave to begin their investigation. The next day, Stephanie visits Emily's office, suspecting that someone there might be involved in her disappearance. But she finds nothing helpful. Emily never went to Miami for any official work. While looking through Emily's desk, Stephanie finds a photo, which gives her an idea. She creates a series of missing Emily posters and spreads them all over town, hoping someone might recognize her. Soon after, a detective visits the house. He's been assigned to Emily's case. He informs Sean that, according to their findings, Emily never even boarded a flight to Miami. This news leaves Sean stunned. Meanwhile, Stephanie has been staying at Sean's place to help take care of things around the house. But the detective isn't entirely convinced. He starts to wonder if Stephanie had a hidden motive for getting so close to the family. Despite the growing suspicions, Stephanie continues to post regular blog updates, sharing Emily's story with her audience. She talks about her missing friend and encourages viewers to come forward with any information. Then, one day, the police find Emily's body in a lake in Michigan. Her funeral is held soon after. Sean struggles to cope with the loss, but Stephanie remains supportive, taking care of him and the children. Days pass, and Sean eventually confesses to Stephanie that he's developed feelings for her. He suggests they live together and raise their children as a family. Stephanie hesitates, concerned about how it might look to others, but Sean reassures her. Soon, they begin living together, and Stephanie takes care of both boys as if they were her own. Stephanie feels truly happy in this new life. Living with Sean not only gives her love, but also introduces her to a lifestyle of luxury, something she's never had before. It's like she had been waiting for this moment all along. She begins redecorating the house, adding things she loves, and selling anything that doesn't fit her taste. One day, the same detective who was working on Emily's case visits the house. Sean isn't home, so he talks to Stephanie. He shares a shocking detail. Emily had severe liver damage and was using heroin. Stephanie finds this hard to believe. The detective then reveals something even more disturbing. Sean had recently taken out a $4 million life insurance policy on Emily. This makes Stephanie suspicious. She decides to take the case into her own hands. The next day, Stephanie spots Sean meeting a mysterious woman. She starts to wonder, was Sean having an affair? Could he have been involved in Emily's disappearance just to claim the insurance money? As these thoughts swirl in her mind, Stephanie goes back to recording her blog. But suddenly, we see something shocking. Emily is alive and watching Stephanie's vlog. Emily calls Stephanie, warning her to back off from the case. If she doesn't, Emily threatens to reveal a dark secret. Stephanie's son isn't her husband's biological child. He's actually the son of her stepbrother. Emily knows that even after getting married, Stephanie continued a secret relationship with her stepbrother. One day, her husband suspected something was going on. He asked her directly if the child was really his, but Stephanie couldn't give him a straight answer. Then, during a tense moment, he took her stepbrother out in the car, angry and upset. Tragically, they got into an accident, and both men died. When Stephanie tells Sean that Emily is alive, he doesn't believe her. He reminds her that they both saw Emily's body. Then, he shares a memory. Back when he and Emily were planning to elope, she stole his mother's ring just because she liked it. She never returned it. Sean admits that he was never truly happy with Emily. She always thought only about herself. But Stephanie, he says, cares about everyone, and that's why he's happy with her. Still determined to uncover the truth, Stephanie decides to investigate further. She remembers a painting in the house, a portrait of Emily, and uses it as a clue. She visits the artist who painted it. To her surprise, the artist reveals that the woman in the painting wasn't named Emily at all. Her real name was something else, and she used to be her friend, until she vanished after borrowing a large sum of money. From the artist, Stephanie learns that the woman, Emily, was originally from Michigan and that her mother is still alive. With the address in hand, she travels to Michigan and visits Emily's mother. Showing her the photo, she asks who the woman is. The old woman replies that her daughter's name is Hope, and she had a twin sister named Faith. When they were just 16, both sisters set their house on fire and killed their abusive father. He used to hurt them, and they couldn't take it anymore. After the incident, the girls ran away and vanished. Neither the mother nor the police ever found out where they went. After returning home, Stephanie still has no idea whose body was found, Emily's or her sister's, and who was actually responsible for the death. Determined to get to the bottom of it, she sent a message to Emily through her blog, saying that she knows everything now. Meanwhile, Sean is sitting at a cafe when Emily walks in, wearing a disguise so no one can recognize her. He's shocked to see her alive. She shows him a gun and questions him. How could he move on with Stephanie so quickly? Did he ever really love her? Sean, clearly frightened, insists that he doesn't love Stephanie and that he only ever loved Emily. Emily demands that Sean tell the insurance company that her death was due to natural causes, so he can collect the $4 million insurance payout. After that, they will leave the country together with their son. The next day, Stephanie follows through on her blog message and visits Emily's grave. Emily shows up there, just as Stephanie expected. When Stephanie asks why she did all of this, Emily begins to open up. She says that when she and her twin sister were 16, they killed their abusive father and ran away. But then her sister abandoned her, saying the police were still searching for them and they should split up. She promised to return in a few days, but never did. Emily eventually made it to America, built a career and a family, and tried to move on. Then, one day, out of nowhere, her sister contacted her through Facebook after 14 long years. She asked Emily to meet her in Michigan. That's when Emily lied to everyone, saying she was going to Miami, but instead traveled to see her sister. When they met, Emily was heartbroken. Her sister had become an alcoholic and a heroin addict. Worse, her sister blackmailed her, threatening to turn her over to the police for their father's murder unless she paid her $1 million. Emily agreed. Next day, while they were swimming in a lake they used to play in as kids, her sister accidentally drowned. Emily watched her die and didn't stop it. But the truth was, Emily had lied to Stephanie. Her sister's death wasn't an accident. Emily had drowned her deliberately, out of anger and fear from the blackmail. Everyone believed Emily had died because she had told the world that she was an orphan with no family. Then, Emily plays a secret recording for Stephanie, something Sean had said at the cafe. She had recorded it without his knowledge. In it, Sean admits that he never truly loved Stephanie and was simply using her. Emily manipulates Stephanie into helping her frame Sean for the murder of her sister, claiming it was his idea. After all, the insurance company had already denied the claim once forensic tests confirmed the body was not Emily's. To sell the story, Emily injures herself and goes to the police, claiming Sean killed her sister for the money and then tried to kill her when the insurance money didn't come through. Sean is arrested based on her statement, but he's released on bail shortly after. When Sean returns home, he finds both Stephanie and Emily waiting for him. What Emily doesn't know is that police have already wired the house with hidden microphones. Stephanie had secretly told the cops that she believes Emily killed her sister, but they needed solid proof. Stephanie pulls out a gun and starts confronting both of them, pretending to lose control. She accuses Sean of betrayal and suddenly shoots him. It's all staged. The shot is fake. But Emily, sensing something's off, had already discovered the hidden microphones and destroyed them just in time. As Sean lies wounded, he suddenly gets up, completely fine. It was all a setup to make Emily confess. But now, with the microphones destroyed, the plan seems to have failed. Holding them at gunpoint, Emily finally confesses the truth. She was the one who killed her sister. Now, she plans to shoot both of them and claim they killed each other in a violent argument. Without hesitation, she shoots Sean in the shoulder. He falls to the floor, wounded. She then points the gun at Stephanie. But Stephanie remains calm and shows her the small hidden camera pinned to her sweater. It's been live streaming the entire scene to her blog channel. The world has already seen everything. Realizing she's been exposed, Emily panics and tries to flee the house. But just as she runs outside, a police car pulls up. Officers quickly arrest her on the spot. Later in court, Emily is sentenced to 20 years in prison for her crimes. Months pass. Sean rebuilds his life and becomes a successful college professor. He now lives peacefully with his son. Stephanie's blog channel explodes in popularity, reaching over 1 million followers. She even starts working part-time as a private detective and has already solved over 30 cases. And with this, the story comes to an end. Now before we go, here's a tricky one for the real fans. Why did Emily lie to Stephanie about her sister's death being an accident? What was her actual motive? Think you caught all the clues? If you enjoyed this deep dive into a simple favor, I'd really appreciate your support. Your likes, comments, and subscribes help keep this channel going and bring you more thrilling stories like this one. We're building a community of movie lovers, and your support means the world. So, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon so you never miss out on a single twist. Drop your answer in the comments, and let's see who's been paying close attention. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe,